BKS presents You Can Draw with Stef Wilson and Kerry Ann.
Here it is. We're going to be drawing 3 characters today.
Sarah went from the 70s to the 30s.
Oh, yeah. Good Lord.
And I love the cold. Don't get me wrong. It's just cold and it's raining.
Sarah,
so it's just so damp and your bones
Sarah's
don't
in
like
Saskatchewan, so that doesn't count.
She's not that far out.
So
Where is she?
tonight,
She's in the Midwest.
You'll be drawing 3 characters from Rocko's Modern Life, because they're not very complicated. And now,
I love Rocko.
Judging by their horrified faces, okay, they're watching. I figured they were watching a horror movie, so I put scary movie on it. But we're gonna leave that VCR blank. So if you want to say, you could write Chuck's live stream on the video cassette, and that's why they're making the faces, because they have to watch
80s
Chuck.
to the 20s with where Russell
Holy
is.
crap!
Sarah, I get Rocko comes on every night.
I can hear.
I don't know. We have like some weird. I don't know. We
theme
have like
music
a lot
in
of
my head.
stations. But every once in a while, I'll be flipping through the channel like 11 o'clock at night, and it's Rocko's on.
And you know, well centered. Thank you, Shawnee. The funny thing is, I'm like drawing it. I'm like, I'm gonna draw Rocko, and then I'm like, I gotta draw his friend Heffer, and then I'm like, I gotta draw a Spot. I knew everything from the show as I was thinking about it. My favorite thing about the show is that the art
Friday
is
the
like so
13th
over the
is
top.
tomorrow.
Like you can draw the couch really obnoxious, and it's fine. All right, so we're gonna start drawing Rocko. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so we're gonna put Rocko over to the right here. He's gonna be on this side of the left. I'm sorry. He's gonna be over on this side of the couch. We're gonna have Spot here, and we're gonna put Heifer behind him on the couch. Okay. So first, we're gonna draw Rocko. You're gonna draw 2 ovals for Rocko's eyes because he's startled. Okay. So just draw 2 ovally circles. Sorry if mine's a little off. And then you're gonna do 2 pupils right there because he's like, You know, Rocko has that expression a lot, though. Let's be honest. Rocko is a dingo, for those of you who don't know. So he's a dingo, which is funny because he hangs out with a cow, which is not typical dingo behavior. So for his head, really simple. Go up and around and back down to his eye. It looks like he's got it looks like headphones right now. You got 2 ovals with a line connecting them. Okay? And then give him 2 raised eyebrows.
Good night, Terry. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
She's going to do this tomorrow. She's got a headache.
Oh, sorry about
better.
that. And I chose Rocko because, 1, I love this show. And 2, he's so easy to draw. He really is. Because you can't go wrong, because he's always a little distorted anyway. The art in the whole show was very distorted. All right, we're going to do ears. 2 ears, exactly the same. They kind of go back at an angle and come down. They look a little bit like Matt Groening ears from... What was that cartoon? I guess they do. And you see the way his head is? Like that little round bump of his head? Yeah, perfect. You got the perfect head top there. Okay? So what you're going to do is just kind of follow that line down. And we're going to do the same reverse, but a little longer. That is literally his nose. It is like the worst cartoon nose ever. It's just like that. In almost every picture. Like there's no shape, natural shape to it. And then there's his nose. And you shade that in, except the very end of his nose, which is white. For a gleam, I guess, on his nose.
Is that an oval?
Yeah, okay. Just draw an oval and shade it in. Sorry, mine was a little flattened out because I'm going sideways. Now here's the fun part about Rocko, is doing his expression, okay? So now we're gonna have fun, because that was like real basic, like nothing interesting going on there. All right? So for his mouth, halfway down his nose, which is right here, okay? You're going to go straight out, up at an angle, and back over to his eyeball. It's really weird, but it will make sense. Okay? And then you're going to do an exact parallel line to that. Up, over, and back to his eyeball. And you're like, what the hell is that? It's like a handle on a teacup.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, so now give him teeth. Right along the bottom. Okay?
Oh,
and
Jim's Kickstarter's over 21.
Oh, awesome,
Nice,
Jim. And right along the top.
Tom said you're welcome, Jim, so maybe Tom.
Did you give him teeth?
You know, I really thought you were drawing a hand there for a second. I was like, why does his hand coming out
It's
of
his mouth.
face? I see it now.
It's his mouth. And you can shade this in if you're not understanding that's his mouth, his open mouth. Because he's going, ah! Because Rocko does that a lot. Now, the rest of Rocko is really easy to draw. There's a lot going on with his shirt and hand and stuff like that. But the first thing you got to do about Rocko is Rocko's got big feet. So you're going to draw 2 huge ovals for his feet. And everything else about his body is going to fill in around those ovals. And then the bottom of his shoes, when he sits, have 3 lines for official Rocko feet. Rocko is wearing a really strange Hawaiian shirt. I don't think it's a Hawaiian shirt because it has triangles for pattern. So draw a triangle right here for his collar. And here, you're going to draw a line with a notch in it, like that. That's the bottom of the shirt. And what you do is you go up and over to give him a shoulder. And another little triangle for a sleeve. Okay, and then over here you give him a triangle, but it's hidden by his shoe. And that's his other collar. The corner of his collar. All right, then draw an arm for Rocko down, because he's sitting on the couch, if you remember the original image. And then draw a little finger for his hand. Then over here, we're going to draw a remote, which you're just going to draw a square. It's basically a rectangle, but you can bend it a bit because everything in Rocko is a little distorted in the cartoon. Like his couch is twisty shaped, his staircase is twisty shaped. Everything's like exaggerated. Draw a thumb, which is basically a crescent, like that. Okay, so you just go up, you go over, and you make the bottom of a crescent and come down. And beneath his thumb, and put 2 more little squares for buttons for remote control. Put a little oval in the center, and everybody knows he's holding the remote control. The rest of his hand would be beneath the remote control. And you just make his arm going up. Now Rocko is pushing the buttons of his remote control to try and change the channel from the scary movie or Chuck Live podcast that he's watching. So on his shirt are just random triangles. He has like a blue shirt, and these are like dark blue. And I think it's just to represent a pattern in a very simple way. So it's a Hawaiian shirt style, loose kind of shirt, but it has all these random triangles on it, which is more of like an 80s thing. But so just put a couple of triangles to show the pattern of his shirt. Now to help us figure out where everything is, let's draw the couch in. Draw a nice long oval for the side of the couch. Okay, that's the arm of the couch. Put a little circle there. And the arm of the couch comes back towards Rocko. Not all the way.
I can't see you in the corner there.
I'm gonna go this way.
It's an Australian shirt.
That's what it is, an Australian shirt.
No.
Did it center on the camera yet? Yes, you can see now. Wow, the iPad has a serious lag. There we go. So the rest of the couch, and this is just going to tell us where to put everybody. So the couch goes up and through his ears and then stop right there. Because we're going to have to draw a heifer up there. But this is going to tell us where to put the bottom of the couch. So let's give Rocko a cushion to sit on, a couch cushion. Okay, and let's have that go across under his feet. Nice little bend to it. Then go up and back to his feet. Then we're going to have another couch cushion going across this way. And now we're going to be coming off the page again. We're not careful. But we're going to do spot over here, so that'll be good. We'll be able to see spot. Oh, you guys can't see because of the comments. There we go. and then we're gonna go up. And this
Oh, Lewis said mine is ugly. I give up.
is no, come on, man, you can do it. All right, we're gonna draw Spot. Now Spot has the same kind of surprised eyes as Rocko, but his are close together. Spot's eyes, bizarrely enough, Spot's a black and white dog, but his eyes are always yellow. Completely yellow. I don't know, just an artistic thing. So he's gonna be at the end of the cushion here, his face. So what you need to do is, if this is where the cushion is, right above the cushion, draw an oval, and draw an oval right up against it. Because Spot's eyes are together. And almost everything I've seen of Spot, his eyes are always closer together. Rocko's are on the side of his head. Heffer's are on the side of his head. Same thing, 2 pupils close together. Now Spot is a lot of fun to draw. He has the same kind of nose as Rocko, but in this particular instance, it's going straight down. So, from right here, below his eyes, do the same thing you did with Rocko. Just make a round shape like this and come up. Now, Spot is a little bit dismayed, so when you come up, just curve it a bit like that. Okay? That's going to be his mouth. From right beneath that, you're going to do his cheek, which is going to show where his mouth is. It's going to come out like this and around that line you just did. Swing around that line you did. Now we're going to go over his eyes, about the same distance away from his eyes, all the way around. Stop right here above his eyes. He has the weirdest little dog ears. They're literally just 2 points, 2 triangles. So right above his eyes, 2 little triangles that stick straight up. And then come all the way back down. Stop just before that line, because we're going to do his other cheek now. Okay? And give him another cheek like this. He kind of looks like a weird duck at this point, until you give him his doggy nose. And when you put his doggy nose in, you can see he's a strange looking dog. Not a duck, because a duck wouldn't have a nose like that. From the center of his head, we're going to do his body. It's really easy. We're going to zoop over to his tail, and then the rest of him just falls into place. So we'll go up and over. He has a little stubby tail, so come back with his little stubby tail. So just go up and over and down to the stubby tail. Now, here's about where the cushion's going to be. So we're going to swing down to that level. He has a round shape for his back leg because it's tucked underneath him. And then give him a 4
Yeah, I said
limb
Spunky.
like this. Is it Spunky? Oh, it's Spunky, not Spot. Thank you, Nai. That's right, Spunky. Can you hear Rocko saying it? Spunky. And then he has a weird cow-shaped dark patch on his back. You know, like cow spot. Spunky. Thank you, Nai. I love Rocko's accent in that show. You made me watch that in like South River.
Oh yeah, I
You love Rocko.
I do. I still love Rocko.
I loved Heffer. Heffer was hysterical.
Your favorite cartoon though at that time
Was?
was Angry Beavers.
Oh, Angry Beavers were hysterical.
Can't even find it anymore. It was just
I
such a
love-
fast-paced show
And I
that
loved...
you can miss it. Like you can't miss a beat in that.
No, and I love the voices of the Beavers, the Angry Beavers. They were hysterical. All right, so let's give another couch cushion on the side. Nice big oval. Nothing fancy. Put a little circle in it. That's for like a tuft.
Fancy. We're doing tufts.
Okay, and then finish out the cushion. You only have to finish it out underneath Spunky.
Hi, Nay.
Hi, Nai. All right, now we're going to zoom the couch up.
Ari's, Ari?
Ari?
I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Sun
Yeah.
Spider?
Uh-huh.
She said that was a hoot.
That's a hoot. That's right. God, I love Heffer. That was actually in the credits or something, or the opening of the show. All right, let's go up with the couch, and we're going to go over to do Heffer, but we got to stop right about there. Because we can't draw too much more couch, because we got to put Heffer's hands up there. How we doing for time? We're okay?
It is a 9:45.
Oh, cool, because I want to do some background. We're going to do some stairs and...
My couch is a little off.
coffee table. We're going to make it a real Rocko picture. What? What's off?
My couch is a little crooked.
Oh, couch crooked? Have you seen Rocko's Modern Life? Well, everything's crooked and the
Yeah, but
houses are
mine was
crooked.
like really crooked.
What were the frogs, right? The frogs, what were the names?
The neighbors.
The neighbors, right. What was their names? I used to love the frogs' voices. All right, so we're going to zoom back to the center of the picture so you can see.
Life is Hell
Heifer.
is the comic strip Matt Groening did before The Simpsons.
Thank you. Who's that from?
That would be from who else?
Yeah.
From my Tom.
Tom Andrews?
Yes.
Filling us in. I figured Naya would know that too, but she might not have been here for that inquiry of mine. Ed and Bev Bighead. Oh my God, the name Bev is just hysterical already. Naya's got it
Bighead,
too.
right.
Bev is just hysterical for a comic name. That's like every 50s sitcom kind of thing. Oh man, maybe next week we'll draw the big heads. Because I do love drawing Rocko, let's be honest. Okay, so here's the thing about Heffer. Heffer has two very different eyes, bizarrely enough, for a very simple character. And we're gonna have to figure out his face is gonna be here, his nose is gonna be here. So I'm gonna move this up just a bit. So let's go a little bit above that, because where we place these eyes is gonna lay out everything else. So right above that, so let's
Richie
say,
said nice Rocko and Spunky.
thank you. So do a nice snout up here. So I don't know how else to do this for you. Put an oval up here. Let's go. Let's just go for it.
Where you going? I'm going.
Okay, nice round oval. Right up here. Well, I mean, they're a little dark. I have probably a sharpened pencil. I don't know if I can survive this point for the rest of the drawing.
Let's
Okay.
not forget the lovable Filbert.
Yes, the turtle. Okay, so give him a pupil, a nice narrow pupil right there. Heffer's eyes are apart, not like Spunky. Now, his second eye is an oval except for the bottom. So when you come down to the bottom, stop. I don't know if he has a permanent eye twitch or what. But you gotta make a crescent on the bottom of his eye. Every
Like two
single
different
picture.
eyes?
Yes, every single picture he's got that crescent under his eye, like he's having an eye
One
twitch.
nice round oval.
And then give him another pupil there. I don't know if he's supposed to represent that he's having a spasm or what. Let's do the top of his head because it's easier than coming down to the bottom right now. And we want to get the easy stuff out of the way, okay? So for his head, from the center of his eyeball, it's going to go from the center of his eyeball to the other center of his eyeball. You just got to follow along with me. Go straight up. Give me a little oval sticking off the side. That's an ear. Should look like a leaf or something shape. He actually has horns. One little triangle. Nothing fancy. Go straight across to his other eyeball. Another triangle. Another leaf shape. And straight back down to his eyeball. Okay, put a little line inside each leaf. That's the detail the animators went to convey the impression of an ear. He has a shock of hair, so swoop up, give yourself some ziggities, and come back down. That's the top of Heffer's head. So for the bottom, center of the eyeball again, we're just continuing the shape of the top of his head. Come down with two lines to finish him out. Curving a little bit, getting a little wider as you come down there. Now we're going to do the snout. Ready? We're going to do an oval shape for his snout, but it's going to be open-ended on this side. That's for the side of his mouth, okay? So do an oval shape across those two lines. Come down around and go down. Because he's horrified too at whatever they're watching. Or scared or something. Okay. From the top of this oval, let's bring this down, because this is going to be his mouth. So bring this down like that. That's his mouth. Side of his mouth. So from that little downturn you did, just go like this, go out, and up. Okay? And from here, go down and just follow all the way around and connect to your other line. He's got a tongue, which is 2 half circles. And then let's give him a lot of teeth showing because he's going, ah. So if you swoop around with his teeth like that, up top, you can see his mouth is open. Okay, and then he has 2 ovals for nostrils. And that's Heffer's head. Now what you do on either side of the couch is, in that space that we left, you give 3 little fingers, because like most comic book characters, he has 3 fingers, where he's gripping onto the couch. Now, Rocko's couch has weird floral shapes. So what you do is you draw a circle, like that, and then you just swoop around it, and you make flowers. And where it's behind Rocko, you draw half a flower. Or where it's on the side here of the couch, you just draw a little smaller or narrower. They actually have springs sticking out of his couch in some pictures, and tears. So you can put a tear with some stitches. He obviously can't afford new furniture. All right? So there's the 3 characters. Okay, now they're obviously sitting on the couch and they're all staring at something, which won't make sense since you put a coffee table. 9:52? Okay, we got a few seconds. So what you're gonna do is put a VCR tape, which is a big rectangle like this. Okay, and make it a box by drawing the lines away and making them smaller. Go parallel to your box and then follow the same. Okay, so it's a rectangle, and then you just draw the lines coming together a little bit further back. For the coffee table, we're gonna draw straight out, down, across, okay, to about there.
Except we can't see the bottom.
Oops, sorry. And then across. Parallel those lines to draw a surface. And now I wrote scary movie on here. You could write Chuck live stream. You could write Russell's show, whatever you want. Stefan's live show. Do a bottom to the couch. You can give it quirky little feet. Where he's watching TV, there's always a staircase.
Now we can't see anything.
Going back up. Hold on. Now can you see? Yes. Right there? Yes. And you just draw parallel lines for the rungs of the staircase. And we have time for a rectangle. Put a picture in it. Write Rocko's modern life. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope that was fun.
I don't have stairs, but you can share mine.
Kerry didn't draw the stairs. A lot of racing dust. Oh, wow. I love your Spunky. And Heffer gave it a call.
Thank you.
This looks like Rocko's modern. See? It's not really complicated.
We didn't get to say hello to any of the little ones today, though. We didn't.
Oh.
Thank you so much for drawing and watching with us. Please like, comment, and share if you had fun.